Morning guys, welcome. Again, must apologise that I've not been on for a while. Obviously we've just acquired a new allotment and I've been doing a lot of work to make it right. We've got 3 allotments in a minute. Obviously at the minute that's more important obviously than my videos. But in between that, I've been looking at, well, experimenting on what's out there for traders and builders and things like that in regards to tools, and can we find a way to incorporate that into bushcraft, wild camping, survival, things like that. And one of the long-term knives that I've had is this one. It comes with the original sheath, so this is the original sheath. I bought this I don't know, maybe 2-3 years ago, and me and the missus have been using it for whittling. So it comes with a really nice kydex sheath. I'll say kydex sheath, I don't think it's kydex, no, it's plastic sheath, sorry, not kydex. And it's made by Hultafors. For those that don't know Hultafors, the Swedish brand, they've been going for a very long time, and as well as bushcraft tools, they also make like utility tools for builders and for people in the trade, like carpenters and electricians. But obviously I'll put this strap on to above my neck, so you can use it as a neck knife as well for when I'm going around the allotment, and it's a very good useful tool. It's got a nice thin edge. Drop my sheath on the floor. So it's got a nice thin edge, if I show you. A nice small Scandi edge, carbon steel, and you can get this thing razor sharp. I mean razor sharp, hair popping sharp in fact. It's got a really ergonomic rubber handle. You can use for hours and hours whittling with this, which is what we use it for. It's got no hot spots whatsoever. Very comfortable. And another knife I've got of theirs is the OK4 knife. I think they do OK1 as well, and that's a really good knife as well. But again, this channel's going to be like for people on budget. So if you're after a good whittling knife, then instead of going to expensive places that sell whittling tools, just get yourself something like this. And for the money, what you get in here is incredible. And believe it or not, even though it's got a 2mm blade, it's incredibly strong, and it just slices through wood like butter. It really does. Really impressed with this, and I've had it for about, what, 2-3 years. It's done a lot of whittling with this, a lot of model making, whittling. I've used it to shave sticks, make tent pegs, and shouldn't do it really, but I've even batoned with this knife. It's not designed for baton because it's not full tang and it's only 2mm thick, so I don't recommend that. The only reason why I did a baton with it that particular day is because I didn't have anything else on me at the time, and the stick was only probably about 2 inches, so I thought, well, it costs next to nothing, so I might as well just use this knife. And it survived, no rolls or chips or anything, so it's a good solid knife, and it wants to be, because it's made by Hultafors, quality tools. The downside is the sheath, is the plastic sheath that it comes with. It originally came, in fact I'll better show you, it originally came with a clip here. Now you can clip it onto your belt, but it's actually designed for the traders to put in a trader's pocket. So you obviously put this on a button of a pocket or your belt or something like that. Button goes through there, and then you just pull it. I didn't like that, and after a while, a couple of years, the clip that holds it onto your, if you're going to have it on a thin belt, actually snapped off. So I had no choice but to make it into a neck knife. So I put a bit of paracord on, and now it's works really well as a neck knife. It's really tight fit as well, doesn't come out, so it's ideal for a neck knife. So again, and I think this cost me, about £7.99. Now £7.99 obviously does really come onto a budget knife, but the steel is just phenomenal. It's really good, really good. Keeps its edge a very long time. So you can pretty much whittle all day with this, and you won't need to strop it as often. I'm not too sure what carbon steel they use, but it is really good. Obviously not for heavy tasks, because it's not a heavy duty knife. Yes, you could use this for bushcraft if you want to do some whittling or do some notches. Then it's perfect for that foot. But as far as batoning goes and chopping goes, no. But this is just like one of many examples of going further afield, and rather looking at brand names, I'd say brands, bushcraft names, look at trade tools and things like that if you're on a really low budget. I mean, £7.99. I've had this 3 years, and me and my partners pretty much use this for whittling non-stop for the past 2 or 3 years. So that's the first one. I think this is called the Hultafers utility knife. Pretty sure that's the name, but if it's any different, I'll give you a comment or a link in the description after the video. So that's one that I really like. Number 2 is this one. I'll take it out of the sheath because the sheath is not original, because I'll tell you why in a minute. So at the minute I've got this into a Yaripuko, I think that's Yaripuko 110 sheath, but it fits it absolutely perfect. It's got metal plastic insert in there, keeps it nice and sturdy. You can press the button, the snap together, and use it as a dangler. Like I say, this is just a sheath that it fits. Obviously you don't actually get this sheath with it. The sheath that you get with this is very cheap, very tacky. It just moves about a lot, and basically I took it out and threw it away. The worst sheath I've ever encountered on any knife. However, the plus side to it is the knife. This is one of the Barco range. Those who don't know Barco, they are, I'd say, in the world of bushcraft, they are famous for the Laplander saw, which I've had for many years. It's never failed me. They do make quality tools. This is called the Barco wrecking knife, model number 2449. And they also do like a wrecking chisel as well. So not to get confused with a chisel. This is the knife. Obviously the chisel's pretty much exactly the same as this. Obviously it's got a chisel end rather than a knife shape, so to speak. What can I say about this? This, again, it falls onto the budget line. This costs under £30. I think this costs about cost me about £27. I believe you can get this cheaper, but I just saw it and then just had to buy it from the shop. I think it was a tool shop, and I saw it. I thought, looks quite good. Barco's quite well known, and it's cheap as well. Again, it comes into the budget line of knives, so it's under £30. So kind of price wise, it fits against probably the more high-end Morers, that kind of price bracket. Again, you could probably get this cheaper. I'm not too sure. I just saw it and then just bought it, and then obviously paid the price, the asking price for it. Now I looked at the specs of this knife, and I looked at the YouTube videos when I got home. I've never heard one before. In fact, I didn't actually know Barco made knives like this. But I've had people on YouTube absolutely smashing the hell out of this knife, because this knife is designed to be abused. It's designed to be a tough knife for builders and traders and people like that, building sites. That's why it's called a wrecking knife. The steel, the carbon steel, is incredibly strong, really strong. I mean, I've batoned with this many times. And the, I think it's TPE handle it's made out of, you can actually hit this with a hammer. And even on the box that it comes with, it states you can hit the back of the spine, because it's heat treated that way, with a hammer. There's even got a picture of it with a hammer striking this knife, and people have done it on YouTube. Also, you can hit the pommel. It's made out of really, really tough plastic as well. So the same as the chisel, the wrecking knife, the wrecking chisel that the Barco does. So it's designed to hit for impact. You can chisel. I've not done that, of course, but I have batoned with this knife, and it came hair shaving sharp out of the box, which I'd expect nothing less from Barco, and it's just another option really you can use for bushcraft. I mean, under £30, you've got a really, really strong knife. The only thing that you can't do with this is that it hasn't got a 90-degree spine, so you can't strike ferro rods or shave bark or anything like that. So you'd have to probably put it on yourself, or find somebody to put a 90-degree spine on it for you. But you can see how it's made on the spine. I'm using my phone, so it's probably hard to see how that is reinforced, and now it's heat treated slightly different to make that spine really tough for impact. And it's quite heavy as well. I have chopped with this, but obviously it's very limited because obviously the size, which is about, let's say about 4 inches, this blade. But because it's got a slight weight to it, it's actually quite decent for chopping like small kindling, things like that. I was actually pleasantly surprised on the chopping capabilities of this knife, this small knife, for chopping small kindlings and even like delimbing branches that's maybe about 2.5, 3 inches thick. So it still works for that as well. If this all I had when I'm bushcrafting in the woods, I definitely wouldn't be disappointed. I absolutely love this knife. Really, really, really good knife. It's really, really heavy duty. The handle is super, super comfy, guys. So it's like, I think it's reinforced TPE, these orange bits, and then in the middle around it is obviously some sort of heavy duty rubber. And the grip is just immense, and it's good size handle as well. I mean, I've got probably medium hands, and obviously still got plenty of room left here, back here. So if you want to delimb or do some light chopping, you can hold it right back here, and you can really, really, really do some good chopping with it. Now, again, as I said, it came out of the box hair shaving sharp. However, when I was batoning with this knife, a bit stupid really, but there was a screw that was hidden. I got the piece of wood with me, but in a bits of 2x4 wood that was taken down on the allotment. This is the only knife I had me at the time, because I'm using this as a allotment knife. But I might actually get another one and use it as a regular spare knife for bushcraft. But anyway, I was batoning through this 2x4 piece of wood that was using to build a fence, and unbeknown to me, there was a screw that snapped off inside the 2x4, because it wasn't brand new, it was second hand, that we just picked up. So some of the pieces of wood actually had snapped nails, snapped screws inside it. So obviously I didn't know, so I started batoning through this. It did baton through the wood, but it struggled through the middle bit. And I thought, well, you know, why is it struggling through the middle? So eventually I got it really down the middle of the 2x4 piece of wood, and I found out when I took my knife out why it struggled. It's nothing to do with the knife, but the knife actually hit a screw, and because I was battling through so hard, this actually went through the screw and it dinged. You can't see it now, but I don't know if you can see that. I've had to reshape this portion of the blade because the screw hit this portion of the blade and there was like 2 massive chips in the blade. Again, it's no fault of the knife. The knife was incredibly strong up to that point. Obviously knives aren't designed for cutting through screws or nails and things like that. And I was actually gutted because I actually love this knife, using it for a few weeks. Absolutely love it. So I got to my stones, my Japanese water stones, and decided to get them chips out. And obviously, as you can see, the edge is absolutely perfect once again. And I've batoned with it since, no problems whatsoever. It was just that screw that hit the knife as I was batoning through. That's the only problem with this. So yeah, I mean, I ain't got no sticks to show you, but very capable knife. Comes absolutely razor sharp out the box. Obviously it's even more sharp now because obviously I've had to redo the edge on my stones. So yeah, absolutely perfect for bushcraft. So again, that's what this video is about. Looking further afield, if you can't afford some really high quality, high-end knives, just get either a Mora or start looking at trade knives, because trade knives are designed to be extremely durable, like this one. So this is the Barco 2449 wrecking knife. Okay, not to get confused with a wrecking chisel. Okay. Again, get the sheath, throw the sheath away, it's no good, absolutely no good. Or I could keep the sheath, it's up to you, but I absolutely hated it, didn't retain it at all. But you know, I think for the price something has to give, and it's only a trader's kind of knife, so I suppose as long as it retains the knife and you know where it is, it doesn't really matter. But the sheath is just crap. But if you've got a spare sheath, or a spare sheath like I've got, which is the Yakuri Puko 110 sheath, this knife does fit that sheath absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's what I've been using. So we've gone to tool number 3. Again, the same make. Now at first you won't recognise this because I've done a lot of modifications to it. This is the Barco, again same make as a knife, the Barco hatchet. Barco hatchets and axes, they've been going for many years, but since obviously they have their stuff is made in China, so a lot of people aren't happy with that fact that it's made in China now. And I've had Barco hatchets and axes before, and I can confirm that some of the new axes, I don't know if it's all of the axe range, but they are made in China. And like I say, it does show, because when I got this out the tool shop, see Barco there, and it doesn't say made in China on it, but it is made in China. It's very cheaply made, and you have like an orange paint coating the head, obviously to protect it from rust. And you have an orange coating on the handle as well. You can probably just see it at the bottom. All that was coated. It came out the box. Again, you can probably tell, I knew straight away the build quality is nowhere near as the same as what it used to be. When I first took it out of the box, before I modded it, it was absolutely blunt, you know, blunt as a spoon. Obviously it didn't came hair shaving sharp at all. In fact, it wasn't even sharp. You know, when I first got it, I can run my hand up and down the blade, and you know, it couldn't cut me if it tried, let alone for chopping. Couldn't chop. First time I tried it for chopping, rather than cut through the wood, it actually demolished the wood. Not because it was sharp, but because of the weight. So it was actually smashing wood rather than chopping with it, because it was that blunt. But I took it on myself and I thought, well, if I modded it a bit, would it be a good bushcraft knife, a good bushcraft axe? And so I modded it, took the paint off, sanded the handle, oiled the handle, as you can see. It's a lovely, lovely handle. Now this handle is made of ash. It's not hickory as it used to be, so ash handle, but it's still a good handle. Grain's pretty good. Not as good as the Hultafizz or the Grand Fuzz Brooks, obviously, but it serves its purpose. So yeah, took all the painting off, sanded it down, oiled it. Nice, lovely finish. Obviously, just put a bit of rubber tape on there as a guard. Overstrike guard, if you like. Took the orange, removed all the orange paint off the head, and then obviously redid the edge. So it's got a lovely, lovely workable edge on there now. It is hair shaving sharp as well, and it chops a lot better. It's, in fact, after you've done the modifications on it, it's a completely different axe. It is the head is really, really heavy. Doesn't actually state how heavy it is, but you can really, really get some power behind this. Must apologise, it's just started to chuck it down with rain. Was expecting rain today, but I wasn't expecting it to be this soon from the video. So hopefully you can hear this video. But yeah, after you've done some modifications to it, you've got yourself a lovely budget axe. I think this one costs £8.99 from the tool shop, but for £8.99, £9, do a few mods to it. You know, sand it all down, oil the handle, resharpen the blade, or if not, get somebody you know to do it for you. And then you've got yourself a beautiful, beautiful hatchet. Really, really heavy duty. And again, it's absolutely superb. Wickly sharp now. Hair shaving sharp. So, just goes to show, got a leak in here, so I'm just going to move this camera. So it just goes to show really that if you're on a budget and you need some tools, try and look further afield. Try and look at builders, traders tools, like barcodes I've just shown you, and things like that. Because it's bang on for the buck. They are strong. Again, with the barcode axe, you can modify it, and you've got yourself a cheap £8.99 hatchet, or any hatchet really. That's a lot of budget line hatchets. They don't come hair shaving sharp. They don't tend to perform well, but with a few tweaks, few modifications, you've got yourself a really good axe. So I'm going to wrap it up for today, because obviously it's absolutely chucking it down with rain in a minute. And as you can see, I've got a leak on the roof as well. You can probably see it on this side. And that's probably it really. There will be some upcoming videos. I've not done any videos for a while because I've had a lot of work to do at the allotments. And just have a look, guys, just have a look at it's just started to die down now. Just have a look at the ranges that you can get in your budget line if you've got a budget to stick to. If you've got a budget of £30, so yeah, you can get the Barco, which is incredibly strong and incredibly tough knife, or get a Mora. Again, that falls into that price bracket, £30 or under. Good if you want a good whittling knife. You've got the Hultafers, which I've just shown you, the Hultafers Utility. These come around, again, it depends where you get them from, but under £8, so £7.99 for a utility knife. If you want a utility knife or a neck knife, brilliant neck knife. Highly recommend this as a neck knife. And then obviously you've got your Barco Bushcraft knife, which I highly recommend as well. Amazing knife. In fact, I probably prefer this to the Mora, for reasons being is that the grind is a lot better, it's a lot stronger, and it's a lot tougher. It take a lot more abuse than the Hultafers range. Obviously if you look after it, then you've pretty much got yourself a really decent bushcraft knife that will last you for years and years, as long as you look after it and maintain it. And obviously you've got your Barco, again, for your £8.99. Few tweaks, few modifications to it. You've got yourself a really good axe that should serve you well for years to come, again if you look after it. So yeah, I'm going to wrap that up now before I waffle on anymore. Like I said before, there will be some videos upcoming in the future, but I just wanted to get that message out there. Try and look further afield, try and look at traders, go into a hardware store, see what you can utilise for bushcraft, or I don't know, maybe Aldi or Lidl, that sometimes they sell tools as well. And I'm always looking around to see what I can use for bushcraft and how it would serve my purpose, and obviously that's one of them. So yeah, I'm going to wrap that up before I waffle on again, and I shall see you in the near future where I will be making more videos. Bye bye for now.